there. They had police in there for a while,
And that's on Mark's head?
and so I don't know what all to the down thing, and the girls wouldn't give me no information whatsoever
Yeah.
down there, and as to what was happening and everything else. And I said, I'm their grandmother and their mother.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to put myself in place because they was just uh, disregarding me,
Oh.
in other words.
Uh-huh.
And but they would look at me like, well, you know you're involved in this.
Yeah.
And
And it was something with Mark?
with Mark and what another one of the boys, I don't know which one.
Huh.
So I have no idea.
Well, you think he's okay, though? Everything's okay now?
No, it's still all up in the air. And we don't know where Mark's put or where there's any. All I know is that he was involved with the cops last night.
Huh.
That was the only thing I got any. I can't say definite information, but it was assumed that they were saying that he was involved and that he was with the police
Huh.
downtown.
Wow.
So that was the only thing that I could, and it was just a hit, even at that.
Yeah.
So I left there last night and Katie, my head was just like this. It was going so fast.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to say and what to keep quiet about or try to get an answer from one of the girls that was working in there, and they was saying that this had been brought to the one girl, I don't even know her name, and I'm trying to get this with something lab, and I could just get bits and pieces. And it just kept my mind just like this.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh God, what else is going to come up?
Yeah.
And all I knew is there was at least 2 or 3 boys involved in it. So that was the only thing I had heard.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure everything's okay, so don't stress out or worry too much about it.
That's the whole thing, because we don't know how bad he was hurt. What they wouldn't even tell us if he had been put into the hospital or what. They just had him in a room.
Yeah.
And that was all that I could find out. So I was down there until it was somewhere around 2:45, 4 to 3, something like that.
Oh my God.
That I even tried getting a little bit more information. I thought I would. And then, like I say, they even put the locks on the doors where you couldn't even go through the exit door or nothing. And so I was just exhausted. I was so tired and hurting, and I had gone up and down those hallways, from almost room to room. And then there was the one black lady. She had broke her leg in 2 different places.
Hmm.
And she was just screaming. She was having so much pain. And so I finally got to talk to her just a little bit. And not anything in regard with Mark or any of the other guys, you know. And I wasn't getting no answers from any of the girls. I couldn't find out who was in charge of what and everything because they were just all in and out of that booth there.
Yeah.
And so I was just getting to the point that God, I can't even think.
Yeah.
My mind is going so bad. And so I said, I'm going to go back to my room, and if there's anything I can do to help anybody, including the black lady, I didn't even get her name. I said, just let me know, and I said, I'll be more than glad to try to help you. And so anyway, I did get a few words into her, and I said, if you need any answers or anything that I can help you with, I said, I'll be more than glad to. And she said, thank you, in a very low voice. And will you shut up, Lil?
What's she doing?
It's none of your business. Now shut up.
You shut up.
I mean it.
I know it.
I mean it.
I know
And
it.
I want you to get a hold of your son or whoever and get him to come over here and get you.
I'm right here.
Yes,
Okay.
I
Well,
want you out of here.
don't pay attention.
Well, I've got to get her out because she is the biggest mouth ever was.
Oh, shut up.
It's none of your business.
Shut up. You're talking about me.
No, she isn't.
That's okay. Just
And
don't worry.
we have. And she told me Bill tries to shut up and everything. And I said, why don't you get dressed and get your stuff out of here? Because she has been a pain in the ass. She was running that hallway like you wouldn't believe last night.
Really?
Oh yeah. And she'd gone down there on her wheelchair and was running up and down trying to find out all the information and everything that was going on. And she's a pain in the ass. I mean, and I was trying to keep her shut up and keep all the things where I could find out as much as I felt like I needed to know right then. And not be too pushy.
Yeah.
And everything, because I've got to try to keep all this straight as to what is what. And I wasn't able to do it at the time I got in bed, and my mind was just, I was like this. That's the way I felt. I was just in a stupor, just about. And so I finally got in, put Teddy in bed, and next to me, and I'm crawling up in that bed. I don't care what time it is. I'm just exhausted.
Yeah.
Because I'd been going all day yesterday from early, and I didn't realize that I had been up all night the night before, and then all day yesterday
Yeah.
and everything else. And all I miss that you was one of the people that was in the area where they had shut you off and the I guess it was a like a 15% uh, uh, lunch room
Mhm.
or lunch area anyway.
Mhm.
And I just seen your face, just a quick glance,
Mhm.
and I thought, what is Katie doing?
Hmm.
You know, and I had no idea.
Was I eating? Was it lunchtime?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was some.
Maybe I was just grabbing some lunch. Yeah.
And I didn't know what was going on and who was doing what or who I could talk to or anything.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm sorry you felt really confused.
I was so upset and confused and
Yeah.
uh, where where do I go from here?
Yeah.
You know, do I start trying to find lawyers or something to see who is involved with what? I was just in a maze of questions,
Yeah.
you know, and I couldn't get a damn answer from any of them.
Yeah.
And I was just exhausted. And like I say, it was about, oh, it was close to 4 o'clock this morning
Mhm.
whenever I finally come in here and crawled up in this bed.
Mhm.
And it was like, Teddy was like, and he didn't know which way to move or
Mhm.
anything, poor little thing. And I finally picked him up in my arms and I said, come on, let's go to sleep.
Mhm.
And he kind of rolled his eyes
Mhm.
a couple of times at me, and I thought, maybe he'll go to sleep now.
Mhm.
But big mouth was down.
Mhm.
And I just said, shut up and go to sleep.
Mhm.
And I said, otherwise I'm going to knock you out. just at that point,
Yeah.
I was suggesting, I was kind of out of it,
Yeah.
what to do, which way to turn.
Well, just don't worry too much about it today. I'm sure you'll hear from somebody, and I'm sure everything's okay.
Well, we're going to have to, I'm sure, get an attorney somewhere
Mhm.
and someone that can represent the family
Mhm.
and set them down as to where we can ask them some questions and see what answers they have,
Mhm.
because we haven't gotten any answers, clear answers,
Mhm.
as to where we stand or what was involved.
Mhm.
Nothing. And we've got to get that information so we have it.
Mhm.
And because you know good and well that we're going to have to go to court
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
some of this stuff. And so I'm trying to read my brain a little bit.
Mhm.
You know, what do I do next? What should I do first? You know,
Mhm.
and I felt like an attorney first is the best thing that we can do,
Mhm.
and then find out which one is going to have the representation,
Mhm.
and for us to get true answers
Mm-hmm.
that we need. And so we're just going to have to look at just like tissue paper
Mm-hmm.
and get it where it's very clear to each one of us. And with me being the grandma and the mama and everything, I'm going to be set just about right on the top end of the list. And so I'm going to have to be very clear with everything that I've got. And I'm going to have somebody that can take notes down and keep it all straight for me and everybody else. And then do each one individually as to where was you at the point of what's going on.
Yeah.
And so that we don't sink one person or
Right.
more. And so anyway, I'm just been trying to go through everything in my mind as to what I can think of as to which place to start and everything, and try to get a good attorney that I feel like is a good one that would represent all of us and everything. So we've got to get her out of here. That's the best thing that we can do, because she's going to be a running mouth, and it's going to be all over town. And this is, well, didn't you know so and so was here? And myself, I don't know where they're in jail or what. I know that supposedly that somebody had taken Mark someplace separate, and they had him pinned off from anybody else. And so I even tried to get what was going on with him. I said, all I have seen is this big square patch on his head. And I said, that's all I know.
Yeah.
And I said, has he been checked by the doctor? Well, we don't know. They're not giving out any information. And that's all I got out of those gals. And they wouldn't tell me where he was at, where he was being held, or nothing.
Yeah. Well, you'll hear something today.
And so I said, it's just got me really wondering as to how far had this fight gone, and as to what had happened. And one had said there was a gun involved in there, and that they was going to kill their dad, and I've heard that from one of the little girls, I think it was. And I get, is there a cat over there?
No. Why, did you see a cat earlier?
Well, last night I did. And it was just a little itty bitty thing. And it was running down the hallway out here. So I didn't know if you'd seen it this morning or not, maybe looking for food.
Yeah, not yet.
And I don't know who's up in there, but we know who we have to really trust. We're going to have to keep all of our answers and everything pretty quiet. And just intermediate, because like I say, that's going to be a big newspaper,
Mhm.
and it'll be blown up completely out here and there.
Mhm.
And so anyway, I am in a tizzy myself
Mhm.
because I don't know which I'm getting all this,
Yeah.
doing. And so I'm trying to do as much and everything as I can and retain it so that I know kind of what we got going
Yeah.
and what time. That's why I told Phil, I said, let's make it at 2 o'clock.
Mhm.
And that way there'll be time for him to go and have a decent meal and get his breakfast and lunch
Yeah.
combined and everything. And I didn't know if you had to go to work or what you have to do.
Not today.
Oh, okay. So it's just been such a mixed mashed
Yeah.
of things that I've had to roll over in my mind.
Mhm.
And so if I miss something, please stop me
Yeah.
and say, Grandma, you missed this, or you
Yeah.
need to get notes on that.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot of
Yeah.
notepads and
We'll
stuff
help each other out. Yeah.
and everything to get what we need
Yeah.
and make sure we're getting the right information
Yeah.
and everything. So, like I say, I'm trying to do the best that I know
Mhm.
with what little ability
Mhm.
and everything. But
Well, we'll get it taken care of.
I think the first move we better make is get her out of here.
Mhm.
And because we got to keep our minds clear and in good shape
Mhm.
as much as possible and everything. And she's going to try to weed in every little thing that she can do.
Mhm.
And so I've already told her I don't know how many times to shut up
Mhm.
and everything just from my bed to
Mhm.
hers. And I won't. And so she's trying to weed towards you,
Mhm.
you know, because she came in and she was talking to me,
Mhm.
you know, and she wasn't talking to me. She was trying to get every information she
Yeah.
can get.
Well, don't worry. I've got her. I've got her number. I
And,
know what she's up to. We're not gonna. We're just gonna ignore her, though. We're not gonna worry about it.
well, like I say, I finally told her, I said, shut your mouth and don't you open it up, you know.
Yeah.
And I had to talk kind of rough to her in certain ways. And I'm having those pains. That is right in the center of my breast.
Is it like gas pain? Do you feel like you need to burp?
No,
No.
no, it's pain.
Like the shingles from the shingles? You
Yeah.
think? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, and it was doing this all night last night, in between everything else.
Mhm.
And I said, I feel like I'm being pulled this way and that way and towards the toilet here
Mhm.
and that way for puking somewhere
Mhm.
and it just burns and stings like I have never had anything like this before.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Do you want me to see if the nurse will give you a pain pill?
I haven't. I have had everything.
Well, you've got some cream on it, I see.
Yeah,
They did put some
all over
medicine.
my pants and
Hi.
everything.
Yeah.
We coming with lunch, So are you in good position to eat your lunch?
Are you hungry? You want to have lunch now?
We can.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Let me
Okay.
And
They're okay.